everyone, Caffeine Man here, and I got a good one for you guys today. It is the Alani Nu Pumpkin Cream. Yes, well, what in the world is pumpkin cream gonna taste like? Well, Alani Nu liking to do their fall specials. Not a lot of companies do specials in the fall. Some companies do limited edition releases in the summertime. I believe Alani Nu is one of the only ones that does a fall time one. It used to be their Witch's Brew. This is their 4th or 5th rendition of the Witch's Brew because it was such an amazing flavor. They only bring it to you in the fall. And I know it's not fall yet, but they gotta get these drinks out early. But they said, what else can we do in the fall? We're gonna do some pumpkin cream. It's coming right up. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the Alani Nu Pumpkin Cream flavor. My goodness, talk about getting creative around the holidays or around the different seasons. Like I mentioned, they already have the Alani Nu Witch's Brew, which we are also going to be tasting because there have been a couple people saying that it doesn't really taste the same. And it's so difficult when you have limited editions and then they bring it back. People are like, oh, this doesn't taste like it did before. And it's like, you remember exactly how it tasted the time before? And in most cases, it hasn't really changed, but there are some cases where drinks do indeed change. And if this is one of those cases, I definitely want to find out because I didn't have the Alani Nu Witch's Brew last year because even though I think it is an amazing sour apple flavor with a complimentary caramel, it's a caramel apple drink. It's a little bit too sour for me, and there's other Alani Nus that I would pick up before it, but I was one of those people who picked up a case of Alani Nu for myself. It was the variety case where you got like 9 of the Witch's Brew, 3 of the pumpkin creams, because for some reason I didn't get it in the mail, and I realized that I used to be on the PR list for Alani Nu, which was great. They would send me all their stuff, not just the energy drinks. Sometimes they would send me the powders, they would send me t-shirts and things like that, and all of that stopped just like a couple of months ago. And I was like, oh, Celsius bought Alani Nu, and if anyone from Celsius watched any of my videos, they're like, yeah, stop sending Caffeine Man stuff. So it looks like I'll be buying all the new Alani Nu drinks on my own, which is perfectly fine because I do buy a lot of my single drinks now from Energy Drink City. If you guys haven't heard about it yet, it's because you haven't watched my channel. I've been talking about it for at least 2 months now. Energy Drink City is a great place to get single cans, so you don't have to buy an entire case of a drink. You can just mix and match your own 12-pack, 24-pack, 8-pack. They have tons of drinks. They have all of the big brand names, and they've been bringing on tons of smaller companies too. It's a great way to try out different energy drinks, and you can save 10% off with coupon code Caffeine Man. Let's taste out this pumpkin cream. And here's a can. Yeah, I like the graphics on the Alani can. Some of them get to be a little bit too much, though. I think they went a little too crazy with this one. They're putting way too much on there. The Alani Nu logo, it just kind of blends in with the background, and they probably at this point don't care too much because they're like, everyone knows it's Alani. They can see the logo on there, and it's a little too much, a little too over the top for me for Alani drinks. And they have been getting very creative with their drinks. I'll show you the Witch's Brew one. They've changed the Witch's Brew. How many times? I got them all up there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I got 3 of them up there. So I believe this is the 4th one. They've changed the can each year, but really all we really care about and all you guys care about is what in the world does it taste like. Pumpkin cream, my goodness, 10 calories, 2 carbs, 0 sugar, and 200 milligrams of caffeine in a 12-ounce can. Clear color, mostly clear. It's got a little touch of opacity to it there, a little bit hint of some cloudiness, but no artificial colors. That's what we care about. And let's get a little smell here. Oh, it smells like pumpkin. I think the face I made was just a bad face, but it was because I wasn't expecting pumpkin. I don't know what I was expecting. Obviously it's a pumpkin drink, but that's smells just like pumpkin. And the thing is, there are no pumpkin energy drinks right now. There's nothing out there, and people are always like, well, why hasn't anyone made a pumpkin spice one? You know, pumpkin spice coffee and all these other pumpkin spice drinks come out around this time of year, just in time for the fall, and there's just none. And I'm guessing because pumpkin in an energy drink might not taste that good, or even pumpkin spice, so they probably have to add some creaminess to it to help out that pumpkin flavor. But I'm pretty sure, if anything, there's one drink out there, and it's a caffeinated sparkling water, I believe. That's a pumpkin spice, which I probably wouldn't try because sparkling waters are bad enough as it is, let alone a pumpkin spice carbonated water, probably unsweetened or something. But whew, procrastinated long enough. Let's taste it. And I'm a fan of pumpkin, by the way. I like pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin type things. I like pumpkin muffins. I don't like pumpkin in my coffee though. I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I like pumpkin muffins, pumpkin pie, pumpkin, anything that's made with pumpkin, I usually like it. But I love pumpkin, love energy drinks. Do I love pumpkin energy drinks is the question. Back in from the can. Carbonation, you get this medium carbonation out of there because they definitely want it to be smooth and creamy. Pumpkin pie, very smooth. Creamsicle type energy drinks, also very smooth and creamy. So you're going with kind of a medium carbonation. Your sweetness is, it's a high sweetness on the low end of high. They give you a nice sweet dessert kind of flavor, sort of like a pumpkin pie flavor. And for your flavor profile, it's a high flavor profile. They're giving you a lot of flavor in here, and I think they're giving you too much flavor in here. This tastes like pumpkin, and I don't think I've like ever had like straight up like eating pumpkin. I mean, maybe pumpkin pie is the closest thing, but the pumpkin pie is mixed with some other stuff, you eat it. And I'm not used to drinking a pumpkin, and it tastes very, very strong pumpkin. I really think that with their drinks, they do tend to go strong in flavor, which is, you know, what they're known for. They go kind of strong with their flavors, but I think they went too strong with this pumpkin flavor because it's just overwhelming and overpowering. And I'd probably like to get a little bit more cream out of it to kind of get that nice vanilla-y to combat that pumpkin flavor, but that pumpkin just punches you right in the face. And I would like to say, if you like pumpkin, you're gonna love this drink, but I love pumpkin and it's too much for me. It's too much. And I'm not sure what's wrong with it because it does taste like pumpkin. I usually rate drinks based on if they taste like what they're giving you. It's just not working for me, and that's probably why there are no pumpkin energy drinks. But I gotta hand it to them. Hey, good on you, Alani Nu, for trying something new, trying something creative. They knew to only give you 3 in the variety pack. They gave you 9 of the Witch's Brew. Like, we know you're gonna love the Witch's Brew. We're just gonna give you 3 of these in case you don't like them. I think the problem is it doesn't taste like a pumpkin dessert. It doesn't taste like I'm eating pumpkin pie. It tastes like it smells, and the smell is like when you're carving a pumpkin. You know, you get that pumpkin, fresh pumpkin, you carve it out, you get all the pumpkin seeds, you're bringing it out, and you get that smell, but that smell isn't what you want to eat. So when you make your pie, you mix the pie with some other stuff, it tastes a little bit different, get the crust with the pumpkin pie. This is just straight up pure pumpkin. Almost like a raw pumpkin, how about that? But in any case, if you guys want to know what it tastes like, it is a strong pumpkin flavor. The cream is very, very subtle in it, and it's a little bit too potent. I think when you smell it, you're going to get hit with this pumpkin smell, and that smell is pretty much how it tastes. It's a strong, overly potent pumpkin flavor. So where's it going to go on the Caffeine Man rating chart? That's an empty Caffeine Man rating chart. Like I said, I give them props for doing the pumpkin cream, getting creative and stuff. I don't think it's disgusting. I think a lot of people will, I think people who like pumpkin will appreciate what they did. I don't think anyone's actually gonna love this. I don't think anyone's gonna say this is like the best thing. I can't believe they made it. I wanna know in the comments down below if it becomes your favorite flavor, because don't let it become your favorite flavor. It's gonna get discontinued. It's a limited time, and that time is now, and that's it. I'm gonna give this a solid 7.0. 7.0, decent score. Only reason it's getting a 7 for me is because they did its job. They gave you pumpkin cream, and they didn't stray from that. They didn't try to make it better. They gave you pumpkin in a can. If someone told me pumpkin cream and this was like around April and stuff, I'd be like, this is like an April Fool's joke. This is the kind of thing. This is what you put in Ernie's every flavor bean, jelly bean kind of thing. You pumpkin jelly bean, and then you eat it. And you're like, yeah, this is pumpkin, but not for me. I think you need to bring pina colada back, and that'll make it up to me. That's how you make it up to me. Bring pina colada back. Why did it go away? Trippy Hippie was selling so well all the time. I don't know what your sales numbers were. They could have not been that great, but missed my pina colada. Instead, you giving me pumpkin cream. Oh, I totally forgot. We gotta try the Alani Nu Witch's Brew. Oh boy, forgot how long this video is gonna be now. Here's a can. As previously mentioned, they go with different cans. I got all the cans right there. I'm not going to show them one by one because I want to keep this video moving. Maybe I'll put the pictures of them up there, but you get the hint. It's purple, it's green, it is caramel green apple. Scored super high on the Caffeine Man rating chart as being a great sour apple drink with a hint of caramel to it, a complimentary flavor of caramel to it. No other energy drinks putting caramel in their energy drinks. Great, unique combination. Unlike pumpkin, that's unique, but not so great. Taste it out. What I'm trying to hone in on is the caramel, because that's what made it unique from any other apple drink out there. So many apples came out with different apples tasting like apple cider, regular apple, green apple, red apple, candy apple, green apple, sour apple. Probably already said sour apple, but their twist on it was the caramel. And someone just mentioned to me, DM me this weekend saying, oh, do you know if you're gonna retry that because people are saying it tastes different, has less caramel? Like, well, better not have less caramel. That's what made it unique. That's what I went on and on about in my first review. Want to see it? I'll put it right there. Don't know if I went on and on about it, but I do know that I complimented them for having a decent caramel flavor. And there you go. It is sad to say that it does seem like there is a decent amount less caramel in there. I can barely taste it. In my head, I know that it was supposed to have caramel in it, but I didn't want to have preconceived notions and taste the caramel without actually tasting it. So I focused in on it. It is a green apple flavor. It's a solid green apple flavor, but if I was drinking that for the first time, I would not tell you that it's a green caramel apple. So after the last 3 years, they're like, hey, everyone knows it's an apple caramel. Let's cut down the caramel a little bit. Why would you do that, Alani? Why? Oh, I know why. Celsius. Why is it every time a company buys another company, things go downhill? Not going on a rant now, though. I can go on a rant. I was going to talk about C4, Ghost, Bang, and a whole bunch of other things, but we got to keep this video short. Well, we don't got to, but it does seem like it's a bit different. Not happy about it. Still a very solid flavor. Still a little bit different than some of your other apples out there. I would still say that it's in the 9s. I think this thing got like a 9.6 or something last time I rated it. I don't have it on me. I still think it's a solid flavor at like a 9.2, but definitely not as good as the other one. And like I said, I can't remember exactly what it scored, but you know, most people rating chart is like 9, 9.25, 9.5, so they can kind of guess close. 9.2 compared to 9.6, even if it wasn't 9.4 or 9.5, I still know that 9.2 is lower than what the previous ones were. Still good though, I like it. But that complimentary caramel flavor went down a bit. Typically I give percentages. I really should have watched my video from 4 years ago to compare it. It was probably like a 70-30, I'm guessing, for like 70% apple, 30% caramel. But right now it seems like it's 85-15 or 90-10. That caramel is almost non-existent. If I gave this to anybody else who never tried the drink before, they probably wouldn't be able to get the caramel out of it. That's very, very sad. But heck, if you do want to know my first review that I didn't rewatch that I probably should, you can check out that video right there. It's the first Alani Nu Witch's Brew. If you want to see all of my favorite energy drinks, you can check out that playlist right there. It has all my top 10, top 20 drinks in there. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, have yourselves a great day or night.